Abdul Baha 75 years ago is recited at this souvenir picnic, and I am pleased that for the 75th time on this day, this address will be shared with us by the Treasurer of our National Spiritual Assembly, Judge Dorothy Nelson, and the Secretary of our National Spiritual Assembly, Dr. Robert Henderson.
This is a delightful gathering. You have come here with sincere intentions, and the purpose of all present is the attainment of the virtues of God. The motive is attraction to the divine kingdom. Since the desire of all is unity and agreement, it is certain that this meeting will be productive of great results. It will be the cause of attracting a new bounty, for we are turning to the kingdom of Abha, seeking the infinite bestowals of the Lord. This is a new day, and this hour is a new hour in which we have come together. Surely the sun of reality, with its effulgence, will illumine us, and the darkness of disagreements will disappear. The utmost love and unity will result. The favors of God will encompass us. The pathway of the kingdom will be made easy. Like candles, these souls will become ignited and made radiant through the light of supreme guidance. Such gatherings as this have no equal or likeness in the world of mankind, where people are drawn together by physical motives or in furtherance of material interests. For this meeting is a prototype of that inner and complete spiritual association in the eternal world of being. True Baha'i meetings are the mirror of the kingdom, wherein images of the supreme concourse are reflected. In them, the lights of the most great guidance are visible. They voice the summons of the heavenly kingdom and echo the call of the angelic host to every listening ear. The efficacy of such meetings as these is permanent throughout the ages. This assembly has a name and significance which will last forever. Hundreds of thousands of meetings shall be held to commemorate this occasion, and the very words I speak to you today shall be repeated in them for ages to come. Therefore be ye rejoiced, for ye are sheltered beneath the providence of God. Be happy and joyous, because the bestowals of God are intended for you, and the life of the Holy Spirit is breathing upon you. Rejoice, for the heavenly table is prepared for you. Rejoice, for the angels of heaven are your assistants and helpers. Rejoice, for the glance of the blessed beauty Baha'u'llah is directed upon you. Rejoice, for Baha'u'llah is your protector. Rejoice, for the everlasting glory is destined for you. Rejoice, for the eternal life is awaiting you.
How many blessed souls have longed for this radiant century. Their utmost hopes and desires centered upon the happiness and joy of one such day as this. Many the nights they passed sleepless and lamenting until the very morn in longing anticipation of this age, yearning to realize even an hour of this time. God has favored you in this century, and has specialized you for the realization of its blessings. Therefore, you must praise and thank God with heart and soul in appreciation of this great opportunity and the attainment of this infinite bestowal, that such doors have been opened before your faces, that such abundance is pouring down from the cloud of mercy, and that these refreshing breezes from the paradise of Abdul Baha are resuscitating you. You must become of one heart, one spirit, and one susceptibility. May you become as the waves of one sea, stars of the same heaven, fruits adorning the same trees, roses of one garden, in order that through you, the oneness of humanity may establish its temple in the world of mankind. For you are the ones who are called to uplift the cause of unity among the nations of the earth. First, you must become united and agreed among yourselves. You must be exceedingly kind and loving toward each other, willing to forfeit life in the pathway of another's happiness. You must be ready to sacrifice your possessions on one another's behalf. The rich among you must show compassion toward the poor, and the well-to-do must look after those in distress. In Persia, the friends offer their lives for each other, striving to assist and advance the interests and welfare of all the rest. They live in a perfect state of unity and agreement. Like the Persian friends, you must be perfectly agreed and united to the extent and limit of sacrificing life. Your utmost desire must be to confer happiness upon each other. Each one must be the servant of the others, thoughtful of their comfort and welfare. In the path of God, one must forget himself entirely. He must not consider his own pleasure, but seek the pleasure of others. He must not desire glory nor gifts of bounty for himself, but seek these gifts and blessings for his brothers and sisters. It is my hope that you may become like this, that you may attain to the supreme bestowal and be imbued with such spiritual qualities as to forget yourselves entirely, and with heart and soul offer yourselves as sacrifices for the blessed perfection. You should have neither will nor desire of your own, but seek everything for the beloved God, and live together in complete love and fellowship. May the followers of Baha'u'llah surround you from all directions. This is the greatest bestowal and supreme bounty. These are the infinite favors of God.
If you desire with all your heart friendship with every race on earth, your thoughts spiritual and positive will spread. It will become the desire of others, growing stronger and stronger until it reaches the mind of all men. It will become the desire of others, growing stronger and stronger until it reaches the minds of all men.
Friends, on a day like today, it's so nice to be able to be generous. And because Judge James Nelson is a friend of mine, and I may be in Los Angeles and commit a crime sometime, I've decided that as a guest in New Jersey, my friend Jim should have a gift. And I'm about to give the gift to Jim Nelson. And so would you join me in greeting the chairman of our National Spiritual Assembly, Judge James Nelson.
The gift I have been given is to introduce a gem. The person whom I shall be introducing has more facets than the Hope Diamond. To the children, he's known as everybody's grandfather. To the Baha'is, he's known as a standard bearer of the cause of God in this day. But whether you're a Baha'i or not, you probably have come across him in one of these facets. And I think perhaps the analogy of the diamond is a good one, because a diamond is the thing in nature which most perfectly reflects the glory of creation. And this person is one who most perfectly reflects today the glory that has been revealed in the cause of Baha'u'llah. One of the facets you may have come upon him, if you are a sports fan, you may recognize his voice as the voice of the Philadelphia Eagles football team, or in any number of other appearances and announcing sporting events. If you are a television fan, you may have come upon him through his award-winning television program, In the Park. If you read, you may have laughed with him through his books, God Loves Laughter and All Flags Flying. Or you may have shed a tear of anguish in A Cry from the Heart. Certainly you may have been prodded to discovery if you read Thief in the Night or Wine of Astonishment. In 1957, he was appointed by the grandson of the inaugurator of this picnic as a hand of the cause of God. I mention it because it's a distinction no longer bestowed upon any Baha'i individual, and reflects his charge to be a teacher and protector of the integrity of the Baha'i principles. On a more instant point, this gathering today, the 75th anniversary of the Souvenir of Abdul Baha, and its reflection across the country in approximately 1,500 other places where gatherings such as this are taking place, is a tribute to his call to his initiative, and to his spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, the hand of the cause of God, William Sears.
Are you sure you still have the stamina for this? You're heroes and heroines and a wonderful sight to look out upon. I may have to do a little housekeeping here because of the size of my book. No. Nice try. I wasn't, this a few announcements first, if you don't mind. I wasn't down behind the tree, you know, in splendid isolation. I was doing something quite wonderful in studying. Right there. That's the place I chose for my next pioneering post. I hope you'll all come and join me. It's a small island and we can capture the whole thing in no time at all. I wanted to, before starting to speak, to thank the National Spiritual Assembly of the United States. They're always generous, kind, and supportive, and lift my heart at all times, and I'm deeply grateful. I would like to bow in love and appreciation to our fine Wilhelm Council. Everything looks so beautiful. And I also would like to tell you that I'm alone. Marguerite is not with me because today she is talking at our picnic in Arizona in North Pima County. And that's why she's not here. I also want to say before I start talking, and I will soon, that when my talk is over, I am going up to the cabin, and on the platform just outside to the right of the bookstore, in a nice, easy wicker chair, I am going to sit there until the sun goes down, if necessary. Because the friends always say to me, "Oh, Mr. Sears, I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to introduce my children, but there were so many people, and I didn't want to tire you." That's nonsense. I came here to be tired. What finer gift could anyone have than to be tired by the love of the friends? So I'm going to stay there. And if you don't come, it's not going to be my fault this time, it's going to be yours. So please come, everybody that I haven't met. You noticed I made a tour down through the garden after lunch. And I thought the next manifestation of God was going to be here before I finished. But it was marvelous. But I knew I didn't meet a lot of people. And I hope I will have that chance. And I will be up there at the cabin. It will be a joy. Things take a little longer now. You know, I'm 76, growing on 77. As an old sports broadcaster, as Judge Nelson says, I remember that used to be Red Grange's number, right? At the University of Illinois. They called him the Galloping Ghost. I don't plan to be a galloping ghost until my number is at least 87. Maybe even 97. But I don't know how many souvenirs will be together. Many, I hope. But I want you to know I'm going to be up there, right? And I'll be looking for you. I have some other good news for you. This is not the start yet. Still the warm-up. good news. I'm not going to speak 30 minutes as it says on the program. I'm going to speak for only 28 and a half minutes. So we got a winner right at the start, see? So look at your watches now and count the time. Go. Now, this is the talk. And I'm overjoyed that I was asked to come by the National Spiritual Assembly for this occasion, because I wanted to point out that this occasion is far greater than any of us can imagine. The one event that will always be associated with the Master's visit to America. I asked myself, why is that? And I found in research into the in memoriam to Roy C. Wilhelm, this property on which the first souvenir was held, in volume 12, page 662, you can read it for yourself, I'm quoting now, it says the site of that gathering, this souvenir picnic, will in the future mark the only public memorial which the American Baha'is will construct in reverent observance of Abdul Baha's entire visit from April to December, not just the souvenir, right? Abdul Baha held that great unity feast here, where we stand today, how lucky we are. And on that date in 1912, the beloved Master, in this same in memoriam article, announced that the faith of Baha'u'llah, the Baha'i faith, was now truly established in America in its early beginnings, right? What joyous news! No wonder that date will always be remembered. How blessed we are to be here today on the 75th anniversary of the Master's visit, his Diamond Jubilee. 3/4 of a century ago, Abdul Baha here said that although his visit was limited in time, this is in his writings, in the tablets of the Divine Plan, that although the visit was limited, the results in the future would be inexhaustible. Now, to my way of thinking, 3/4 of a century certainly is the beginning of the future. So why shouldn't we start harvesting some of those inexhaustible results now in this year, 1987, right? I think if we decide that on this Diamond Jubilee, the greatest teacher of all, that we should do something wonderful with our lives after this unforgettable occasion, especially in the field of teaching. That's what I'm talking about. Just imagine what would happen all across the face of America, where, as our chairman said, today Baha'is are holding at least 1,500 separate and simultaneous souvenir picnics. Suppose if we all arose after these picnics, what would happen in the next year ahead? It'd be exciting, wouldn't it, huh? Well, perhaps as we learn more and more about the incredible power and majesty and grandeur of this glorious souvenir picnics, and those words are really mild compared to what it really is, will turn out to be quite a different kind of teacher. Now we know why the memorial picnic of the Master is so unique. Abdul Baha said because the faith was established permanently in the soil of the West in the beginning days. So it's not surprising they put a marker where he stood in a copper box with the names of all those wonderful heroes and heroines of the early days. Baha'u'llah, you know, himself told the Master that he, Abdul Baha, would raise his voice in the West. He was a prisoner at that time and he couldn't see how it could possibly come true. But here he was in the West, raising aloft the banner of his father's faith. One day in Washington, D.C., when the Master was riding in a car to his 5th meeting of that day, he whispered to himself, "Baha'u'llah, Baha'u'llah, what hast thou done?" You see, sometimes we forget that the establishment of the faith in the Western Hemisphere was the most outstanding achievement that will ever be associated with Abdul Baha's ministry. And the acknowledgement of that historic establishment, the beginning of it, took place here, on the ground where you are now seated and standing. Shoghi Effendi said that the travels of the Master in the West, particularly America, was a turning point of the utmost significance in the history of the century. That's a quote. He tells us that only future generations can adequately estimate the blessings of Abdul Baha's 8-month tour of the United States of America. In Shoghi Effendi's own words, he said, just as Baha'u'llah shone his mission in meridian splendor with the proclamation to the rulers of the world in Adrianople, so did the orb of his covenant with the Master mount its zenith when Abdul Baha arose to blazon the glory and greatness of his father's faith among the peoples of the world. And here was one of those highlights. So you can see really how blessed we are. Remember that each one of you and myself here in the West, the blessed Bob was speaking to us when he said on the very year our faith was born, in almost the exact moment, he said, peoples of the West, us, issue forth from your cities to aid God and become his brethren in his one and indivisible religion. To the West, all of these things have been before it. Christianity began in the East, but it wasn't until it spread to Rome that it began to spread every place and reached its zenith. Islam from the East spread across Africa up into Spain, and it wasn't until it finally reached the West that it gave the impulse, beginnings of impulse to the Renaissance, and became something so wonderful it was hard to believe. And the Master on the same theme said, I'm quoting now, the day is approaching when ye shall witness how, through the splendor of the faith of Baha'u'llah, the West will have replaced the East, radiating the light of guidance to the world. Baha'u'llah wrote many things about it. You've read them in the World Order of Baha'u'llah. Fantastic things about the West. Here is where the impulse will come from to change the face of the world. So, you just heard shortly ago Judge Dorothy Nelson and Dr. Robert Henderson read for you, most eloquently, the exact words of Abdul Baha, the beloved Master, that he spoke here 3/4 of a century ago. I was listening, and it's really hard to take in the wonder of it all. The Master himself said that those exact same words that he spoke on that occasion would be repeated again and again in hundreds of thousands of meetings. Imagine it, down through the ages. And we're here and we listen to those words again. If we really knew what it meant, we'd swoon away and fall to the ground with the rapture and glory of it all. And it'll all take place. Just another glimpse for you of the significance and wonder of this souvenir picnic and the importance of your presence here today. Everything about our faith has a touch of magic, a faith of superlatives. When I was on pilgrimage, I heard the beloved guardian say that himself. He said that's why we say most great peace, greatest name, most great prison, greatest holy leaf, because there wasn't anything else in any language to say what it really was. I remember when I was there, he said that if we really knew who Baha'u'llah was and who we were, just because we were his followers, we would again fall to the ground numb in the wonder of it all, as Ezekiel and Daniel fell to the ground numb in the presence of the glory of God. It's so far beyond it. Well, it's the best we can do in any language. If there were anything better than superlatives, believe me, we'd use it. And even superlatives, he pointed out, were really ashes compared to who Baha'u'llah really is, and what your faith really is, and what we'd like to say about it in such a way that the hearts of the seekers would be touched, and immediately they'd be overwhelmed and overcome with the glory of it. And there are no words. Christ never wrote with his own hand his teachings, marvelous as they were. He wrote in the sand at the shores of Caesarea Philippi. We don't know what he wrote because the waters washed it away. But because of his whole
talk of things she saw, sunburns the earth, dry and dim, but there's none so strong as that prairie wind. Oh, we are high, oh, we are high, oh, we are high, oh, Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to do a few more things for you. I'd like to get everyone singing on this one. This is a very, very simple tune. And it was written by a friend of mine who's an Ojibwe Indian in Toronto because of the situation happening with the Hopi Indians in Arizona. But I think it's an applicable chant in any kind of a situation, in particular in terms of what we're trying to accomplish here. The words are very simple. The words are, I believe in tomorrow, and I believe in solidarity, and I believe in the oneness of all peoples, and I believe in you and me. Nice words, huh? All right. That's it. I believe in tomorrow. I believe in solidarity. I believe in solidarity. And I believe in the oneness of all peoples. And I believe in you and me. Come on. I believe in tomorrow. I believe in solidarity. I believe in solidarity. And I believe in the oneness of all peoples. I believe in the oneness of all peoples, and I believe in you and me. I know it's very subtle. I can hear you a little bit. I believe in tomorrow. Come on now. I believe in solidarity. You're picking it up. And I believe in the oneness of all peoples, and I believe in you and me. Maybe you should stand a little bit. I believe in tomorrow. Loosen you up. Come on, sing. I believe in solidarity. That's it. And I believe in the oneness of all people. I believe in you and me. Now let's pretend we're in a gospel church. You know how loud they sing it. I believe in tomorrow. Come on. I believe in solidarity. And I believe in the oneness of all people. And I believe in you and me. I still can't hear it. I believe in tomorrow. Tomorrow. I believe in solidarity. Sing it. And I believe in the oneness of all peoples. And I believe in you and me. I'm just going to hear your voices. Everyone. I believe in the oneness of all peoples, and I believe in you and me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I believe in tomorrow. I believe in solidarity, and I believe in the oneness of all peoples, and I believe in you and me. Yeah, give yourselves a hand. I promised this friend that I would sing this song, so I'm going to sing this last one for you. Now this song for me, this song is about going out, getting to the end of your life and hopefully looking back and thinking that maybe I've done something worthwhile with it, that maybe it hasn't been for naught. And there is this great emphasis in the Baha'i faith on action. And in fact, Baha'u'llah says, let deeds, not words, be your adorning. And so this song is about that. It's about going out really in a blaze of glory. And, oh, you pick it up. I don't have to sing it. Just going up the Jack McCants. Let's ride on into glory. Let's move the world to a place like the stories of all the early heroes, forever remembered in his name as he ride to glory. Well, if you wish to be remembered, let go of fortune and fame, 'cause all the kings will be forgotten, and honor and deeds will remain. Well, as we ride on into glory, let's move the world to a place like the stories of all the early heroes, forever remembered in his name as we ride to glory. Well, do you wish to die in comfort? Remember the days of the flood, when the walls lay underwater, the ark floated up from the mud. Well, as we ride on into glory, let's move the world to a place like the stories of all the early heroes, forever remembered in his name as we ride to glory. So build a home and fill it with spirit, freedom from hatred and strife, 'cause only love will protect you from the changes and chances of life. Well, as we ride on into glory, let's move the world to a place like the stories of all the early heroes, forever remembered in his name as we ride to glory. As we ride to glory, as we ride to glory, yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you.
I don't know if he has one more. You want to hear one more? Go to it, Gordy.
This is a tune that's going to go out to all my Persian brothers and sisters in here. How many Persians we got here today? All right. This song is for you in particular. Now, there are a couple of words in here that some of you, I'm sure, won't understand. I just want to translate them for you as best I can. One is Ya Sahebu Zaman. You say that? Ya Sahebu Zaman. Ya Sahebu Zaman means the Lord of the age, and refers to His Holiness the Baha. The other one is Ya Ali Yulala. Ya Ali Yulala, which means the most exalted essence of the exalted essence, and again refers to the Baha, His Holiness the Baha. The other one is Ya Baha'u'llah Pa. Can you say that? Ya Baha'u'llah Pa. I want everyone to say it. Ya Baha'u'llah Pa. Ya Baha'u'llah Pa means, O thou, the glory of the glories. And it's the title of Baha'u'llah's, prophet founder of the Baha'i faith. And this song alludes to some of the stories or situations that happened in Persia, very early days of the faith. Doesn't get into detail, but I love the spirit of it. And it was written by Jeannie Murday, so sing along with it. They rode, from Fort to Barcy they rode. They raised the clarion call, Ya Sahebu Zaman, Ya Sahebu Zaman. To the glory of God they raised a cry, Ya Ali Olalam, Ya Baha'u'llah. From Zanjan they rode, they rode. Zanjan they rode. they rode. They raised the clarion call. Ya Sahebu Zaman, come on. Ya Sahebu Zaman. To the glory of God they raise a cry. Ya Aliola, Ya Baha'u'llah. From Nares they rode, they rode, they rode. From Nares they rode, they rode. They raised the clarion call. Ya Sahebu Zaman, Ya Sahebu Zaman. To the glory of God they raise a cry. Ya Aliola, Ya Baha'u'llah. So mount your steeds, O heroes of God. Mount your steeds, O men, and raise the clarion call. Ya Sahebu Zaman, Ya Sahebu Zaman. To the glory of God they raise a cry. Ya Aliola, Ya Baha'u'llah, Ya Baha'u'llah, sing it. Ya Baha'u'llah, raise the call, come on. Ya Baha'u'llah, louder. Ya Baha'u'llah, Ya Baha'u'llah, come on. Ya Baha'u'llah, can't hear you. Ya Baha'u'llah, Ya Baha'u'llah, Ya Baha'u'llah.
I'll tell you what's so exciting about this religion, that from one minute to the next you really don't know what's going on. And if you are all not confused, friends, you're not paying attention. We have a magnificent, magnificent parade that will be ready in about 30 seconds. In the meantime, I would like to introduce two of our distinguished guests. We have with us today, from the government of New Jersey, Nicholas Corvasello, who is a freeholder for Bergen County and the mayor of Fort Lee, New Jersey. Nicholas Corvasello, Mayor, Your Honor, if you're here, please stand up. He may be standing up, he may not be, but I know that he was here. Another representative from the government who I see in Trenton all the time, is the New Jersey State Senator Matthew Feldman. Matty, would you please stand up? And Matthew Feldman, right there. And we thank you so much for coming. There's probably nothing more important in a Baha'i community than the children, because the children are the people who will carry in their hearts the ideals and the hopes of peace into the next century. And I personally spend a lot of time with youth and children so that they will make it very nice for me when I'm old and I can live out my days in peace. And so we will have a prayer for children and then a special introduction.
O thou kind Lord, these lovely children are the handiwork of the fingers of thy might, and the wondrous signs of thy greatness. O God, protect these children, graciously assist them to be educated, and enable them to render service to the world of humanity. O God, these children are pearls. Cause them to be nurtured within the shell of thy loving kindness. Thou art the bountiful, thou art loving. Abdul Baha.
New Jersey is a wonderful place, and in this wonderful place we have wonderful people, and one of the most wonderful people to come from New Jersey is a wonderful songwriter who spends his time trying to teach children about peace. Kathy and Red Grammar have put together that beautiful Teaching Peace album that I know many of us have come to love and cherish, because it gives to our children a vision and a hope for peace in the world. And I'm so happy to welcome a parade of children with Red Grammar. And again, friends, he's teaching peace. Red Grammar, back there.
And there are 3 verses, and you don't have to know the words because we're going to sing the words first, but all you have to do is be our echo. We are drops of one ocean, We are waves of one sea, Come and join us, in our quest for unity. It's a way of life for you and me. We are flowers of one garden, We are leaves of one tree, Come and join us, in our quest for unity. It's a way of life for you and me. We are the world, is one country, man is one, Can't you see, Come and join us, in our quest for unity. It's a way of life for you and me. One more time. We are drops of one ocean, We are waves of one sea, Come and join us, in our quest for unity. It's a way of life for you and me.
Before we make any changes up here on stage, I want you to see this wonderful banner that was made by the community of Hope, Hamilton Township.
What's your balloon?
I don't know who made the banners at that, but they're wonderful. And you'll probably be able to see them up top later. We'll make sure that you can see them later. It's a wonderful thing. Now, okay, let's see. We're going to do some kids stuff. You guys ready? All right. First of all, we're all standing, so why don't you all stand up? We're going to do something because you've been sitting down for a long time. We're going to do something. Now, what you got to do on this is you got to do exactly what I tell you to do. Okay? You got to follow me.
Hi.
Okay. Ready, set, here we go. Now clap your hands and touch your nose. Pat your knees and wiggle your toes. Raise your arms way up in the air. Wave them around while you got them up there. Boy, this looks good from up here. Slowly now, bring them on down. Swinging side to side, all the way to the ground. Everybody stand up, and don't say peep. Now fold your hands, and go to sleep. Everybody wake up and reach for the sky. Open and shut those beautiful eyes. Now rub those eyes and pat your cheeks. Smile real big with those pretty white teeth. Now take a big breath. And blow out the air. Shake your head and ruffle your hair. Now turn your head from side to side. Everybody stop and wave bye-bye. Let's see, we're going to do a sing-along. You can sit down if you want. Maybe that'll make it easier for everybody to see. She's holding the child. And the dove. Boy, she gets extra points. Okay, we're going to do a sing-along called Hooray for the World. I'll sing the chorus for you once, and then you can sing along with me, okay? Oh,
I'm sorry.
hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place we got. Mother Nature and the human race. Now, for those of you who don't know this, it goes like this. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place we got. Mother Nature and the human. Thank you. Let's try it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place we got. Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got buffalo, the world's got bees, the world's got jellyfish swimming in the seas. We got beavers and bears, bats and bugs, miniature poodles and slimy old slugs. So hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place we got. Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got salami, the world's got cheese, maple syrup and mulberries. We got egg foo young, bagels and lox, corn on the cob and raisins in a box. So hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place we got. Mother Nature and the human race. Okay, now comes the big test. We're going to see if you can whistle the melody of the verse. Ready? Whoa, hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. We got moms and dads, uncles and aunts, brothers, sisters, grandmas and gramps. We got neighbors next door, kids down the street. Everywhere we go, we got new friends to meet. Oh, hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human. One more time. Oh, hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. Alrighty, let's see. Now, some of you know some of these songs, and I'm going to put the big challenge to you. See if you can sing along with me on this one. This one's kind of hard to sing along about, but see if you can do it. Those of you who know it, you've got to really know this one. These are places in the world. Some you know, some you don't. Some you'll visit, and some you won't. Some are near, and some are far. Some sound exotic like Zanzibar, because these are places in the world. Bombay, Cape May, Mandalay, Baffin Bay, Baghdad, Leningrad, Ashgabat, Trinidad, LA, Norway, Paraguay, Monterey, Singapore, Ecuador, Bangalore, Baltimore. These are places in the world. Fiji, Sicily, Nagasaki, Tennessee, Cairo, Quito, Borneo, Idaho, Taiwan, Dijon, Saigon, Tehran, Guatemala, Oklahoma, Argentina, North Dakota. These are places in the world. Some are new and some are old. Some are hot and some are cold. Some are low and some are high. Some are wet and some are dry. Because these are places in the world. Glasgow, Oslo, Fresno, Tsingtao, Falkland, Auckland, Yucatan, Disneyland, Libya, Namibia, Romania, Pennsylvania, Bora Bora, Walla Walla, Costa Rica, Bratislava. These are places in the world. Krakow, Chongqing, Moscow, Tokelau, Dominique, Pikes Peak, Mozambique, Bitter Creek, Warsaw, Moose Jaw. Who knows where Moose Jaw is? Anybody? Saskatchewan, all right. Warsaw, Moose Jaw, Saskatoon, Cameroon, Haifa, Mecca, Bethlehem, Jerusalem. These are places in the world. High on the mountain, down on the plain, deep in the jungle, in the middle of the rain. Children laugh and children play. Everywhere, every day. Because these are places in the world. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna do one.
I will be with my sister.
That reminds me of Abdul Baha.
From my camera. Yeah. Okay.
He told us to look at each other and
I'm
see
behind the NSA over there. My sister is
the wonderful
there.
things about each other. And that's what this song
You
is
can
about.
take 2 or 3 from different angles. Okay.
And as soon as you
I
get
can
the
hold your
chorus,
camera
you
if you
join
want.
right in. I think you're wonderful when somebody says that to me. I feel wonderful, as wonderful can be. It makes me want to say the same thing to somebody new. And by the way, I've been meaning to say, I think you're wonderful too. If we practice this phrase in the most honest way, and find something special in someone each day, we'll lift up the world one heart at a time. It all starts by saying this one simple line. I think you're wonderful. When somebody says that to me, thing to somebody new. And by the way, I've been meaning to say, I think you're wonderful too. When each one of us feels important inside, loving and giving and glad we're alive. Oh, what a difference we'll make in each day, and all because someone decided to say, I think you're wonderful. When somebody says that to me, when somebody says that to me, I feel wonderful. I feel wonderful, as wonderful can be, as wonderful can be. It makes me want to say, it makes me want to say the same thing to somebody new, the same thing to somebody new. And by the way, I've been meaning to say, I think you're wonderful too. And by the way, I've been meaning to say, thank you very much. Thank you. Let's hear it for our beautiful Baha children.
This red grouner's all right, huh? He gets to teach peace again because he's leading the parade up the hill, back to the cabin, and I'm sure they'll have some goodies and smiles and happiness. And friends, it's so nice that the future is in such good hands. Thank you, Red. And thank you, all you little punks and pumpkins. March. Friends, can we have one more wonderful round of applause for our children? If we're nice to them, they'll be nice to us. I have the great pleasure of introducing two people who are friends of mine. One is a lady from a foreign country called Bergenfield. This entire production was staged and put together by the Wilhelm Council, which is a council appointed by the National Assembly of the United States. And speaking in a minute on behalf of the council is a member of that council, the wonderful and talented Marilyn Harrison. Marilyn, come on. And friends, in a world that is filled with lawyers, if you can't get a lawyer who knows the law, you better get a lawyer who knows the judge. And luckily, I know the judge, and it is my great pleasure to present to this gathering the distinguished chairman of our National Spiritual Assembly, Judge James Nelson. Jim, would you please come up?
I have the great honor of introducing the mayor of Teaneck. Bernard, yes, go ahead. First, let me give you a little bit of background on Bernard Brooks. He is the vice president of the firm of MSL International Limited, and prior to this, he was a partner with Arthur Young. He's also held positions as marketing manager with the American Telephone and Telegraph Company He was Director of Data Services Administration for Trans World Airlines and System Planning Officer for the Chase Manhattan Bank. He holds degrees from Brooklyn College, from Fairleigh Dickinson University, and he has an MS degree in management from Pace University. He is a member of the Institute of Management Consultants and is listed in Who's Who in Business and Finance. At the present time, his activities include, besides being the mayor of Teaneck, New Jersey, he is a member of the Township Planning Board in Teaneck. He is a member of the Board of Trustees at St. Vincent's Hospital and Medical Center in New York. He's a member of the National Association of Black Accountants, and he's a member of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. Most of all, Mayor Brooks is a mayor of all the people. And at this time, our chairman of the NSA, Judge Nelson, is going to make a presentation to Mayor Brooks.
Mayor Brooks, 75 years ago, this grove echoed with the clarion call given to the group of people who were here to go out and to work for, as diligently as they could, the oneness of the human race. That echo exists still in these branches and in these leaves. The plaque which I shall present to you now on behalf of the Wilhelm Properties Council of the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of the United States is in recognition of and a reminder to us of your part in keeping that echo of human unity alive. It reads as follows: to Mayor Bernard E. Brooks, on the occasion of the 75th anniversary of the souvenir visit of Abdul Baha to Teaneck, West Englewood, New Jersey, as mayor, you have promoted harmony and unity among the racial, ethnic, and religious groups within the township of Teaneck. This plaque is presented in recognition of your contribution to an ever-advancing civilization, dated this day.
Thank you. I want to thank the organizers, the chairman, and all of you for just coming to Teaneck, which is an extension of my living room. You know I have a leaky roof. I couldn't think of a better place for you to hold this assembly, because when I look around in this audience, I see a replica of Teaneck. In Teaneck, we have no majorities and we have no minorities. We just have people. And I heard that some of you came from so close as Pasadena, California, and so far away as Bergenfield, New Jersey. I certainly hope all of you are comfortable. I am really honored that you are here, and I hope the rest of this assembly goes very, very well. And I thank you so much for coming, and I'm honored that you gave me this presentation. Thank you very much.
Your Honor, if I could just say one thing before you leave. The Baha'i youth of this world believe that service to mankind is the way to worship God. And we had originally planned to have a youth service project tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock at the bandshell to clean up the park after we had messed it up. And since we haven't gone there, we consulted with the Baha'i youth, and we feel that we still want to come and make a very clean park even cleaner. So the youth will be there tomorrow at 10 o'clock to help with your living room. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. And now a great treat for the Baha'is all over the world, and increasingly the people of the world. The chairman of our National Assembly, Judge James Nelson, will introduce to you the members of our National Spiritual Assembly who will join us on the stage.
In the Baha'i faith, the highest station attainable is the station of service. And God has contrived, insofar as the National Spiritual Assembly is concerned, to make that service most easy. And the contrivance is in the way that He has provided the people that serve the national community of the Baha'is of the United States. And it is my pleasure now to introduce to you my brothers and sisters on that institution. I'll try to do it in the way they have lined themselves up. From Orangeburg, South Carolina, a distinguished educator and realtor, former director of the Louis Gregory Baha'i Institute, Dr. Alberta Diaz. We have so few women on the National Spiritual Assembly, we decided to do them first so they look like more, I suppose. A judge of the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit, the treasurer of the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of the United States, Judge Dorothy Nelson. A professor at the university that everybody goes to, Yale, professor of Russian and Russian history, the vice chairman of the National Spiritual Assembly, Dr. Firouz Kazemzadeh. A manager and director of healthcare facilities, now residing in the state of South Carolina to fill Baha'i as well as other goals there, Mr. Jack McCann. The only one of us who will ever be able to make the claim, I was here first. Now living in the state of New Mexico, and if you want it created, whether with microscopic movements of the hands or with axe and hammer, you will ask him to do it, Mr. Chester Kahn. From Texas, renowned expert in early childhood education and mental testing, and never attest to us, our dear brother, Dr. William Maxwell. Another lawyer and administrator of the state courts of California, a native of Tennessee, graduate of the Peace Corps, Mr. William Davis. Kentucky, excuse me, what did I say? Oh, I'm sorry about that. I got pretty close. Ladies and gentlemen, the Secretary of the National Spiritual Assembly, Dr. Robert Henderson.
Aren't they nice? Friends, while many of us are here, our family is simply not complete until I can call to this stage to greet you and share her love. My colleague is a counselor for the Board of Counselors in the Americas and the Administrator General of the Baha'i International Community, the external arm of the Universal House of Justice, who serves the faith so well all over the world. My dear sister, to some of us a dear mother, our dear friend, Dr. Wilma Brady. Wilma?
Aloha, Pa. Hello. It is wonderful to be here today with everybody from this part of the world. And I just want to say two things. One is, we saw the children, and they were diverse, and they were beautiful. We see our National Spiritual Assembly, and it is diverse, and it is beautiful. And I'm looking at you, and you are diverse, and you are beautiful. This is a wonderful day. This morning, it looked like it was going to rain. Bob Harris was walking around trying to be confident. And from him, I became confident. And as we realize today, right here, Baha'u'llah does run the world, doesn't he? It didn't rain. We're so glad, and we're thankful for that. We all have a great treat coming, and we're all delighted to have Hand of the Cause William Sears here. So I won't take up any more of your time, but I am so grateful to be here with you today. And I hope that this tradition of a souvenir picnic will live forever. Thank you so much.
They sure are nice. If we could get all of our friends who are going to come up here for our finale. We are about to end the entertainment portion of our program and move into the devotional part. But I just want to tell you one thing, that in 1983 I was invited to go to the World Center of our faith to photograph the International Convention, where the members of the National Spiritual Assemblies of the world come together to elect the Universal House of Justice. And I was asked to go there to serve as a photographer. And I was photographing all the different national assemblies and seeing how beautiful this Baha'i world really is. And during the voting, it was so wonderful, because when the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of the United States was called to cast their votes, everyone was clapping and just expressing their deep appreciation. And I said to one of the members of that National Assembly, I said, it's because of all the work we've done in helping the Baha'is of Iran. And this member of the National Spiritual Assembly said, no, they were clapping because we are the prettiest National Spiritual Assembly, and they really are. Thank you very much. Friends, this is where balloons fly, spirits soar, and we celebrate the unity of mankind. As you can see, we have quite a conglomeration of people here. Gordy Monroe, who we liked so much before, is back again and will be back again, and I hope that he'll be back again a lot of places around here. And the wonderful New Horizon, this chorus choir made up from Baha'is from so many states. We'll hear more about them in the middle. Please, watch for the balloons, watch your hearts, and watch and celebrate the unity of mankind. My friends, this is jubilation.
There is a new spirit calling. Stop all the wars, tears are falling. Is this the hour? Is peace in our power? Is this the time, jubilation? There is a new conversation starting among all the nations. Is this the hour? Is peace in our power? Now is the time, jubilation. Jubilation. Somebody say no way, no way. Jubilation. Somebody say they got no say. Jubilation. Somebody say there's another way. Jubilation. Peace is coming, it's a brand new day. 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 What will we leave in our traces? Hope what we'll see in their faces. We look beyond, will peace be their song? What will we leave for the children? Jubilation. Somebody say no way, no way. Jubilation. Somebody say they've got no say. Jubilation. Somebody say there's another way. Jubilation. Peace is coming, it's a brand new day. 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 Thank you. Thank you.
Now, what is so wonderful about the Baha'i faith is that a minute ago he was Gordy Monroe, and now he melts into the New Horizon. We have many identities, friends. The New Horizon gathered together especially for this celebration from Washington, D.C., New York, Virginia, Missouri, Florida, Illinois, Georgia, and now Toronto. And I may hang around and just represent New Jersey. And friends, this is music that we hope will move us from this great jubilation feeling into a devotional attitude. We will then have some prayers. We will then hear the address delivered at this spot 75 years ago by Abdul Baha. And then we will hear the greetings and message from our dear hand of the cause, William Sears. And so, friends, I enjoy so much to see you having a wonderful time. And now I hope that you will relax, find yourself in a meditative spirit so that we can, in a befitting and dignified way, celebrate the 75th anniversary. And so, New Horizon.
Today, sitting at the right hand of Abdul Baha is a very dear friend of ours who wanted to be here with us today. So wanted to be here that she winged her flight last evening to the next world. A young lady who sings and plays with us and has just died of cancer. She, I know, would have been overjoyed to see your faces. But she also knows the joy now of being in that kingdom. We would like to dedicate this song to her memory and the loving embrace of Abdul Baha, who shared his love with all of us 75 years ago in this very spot. And his spirit embraces us today.
Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we are going to see the King. No more crying there, we are going to see the King. No more crying there, we are going to see the King. No more crying there, we are going to see the King. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we are going to see the King. We'll have everlasting peace when we go to see the King. Everlasting peace when we go to see the King. Everlasting peace when we go to see the King. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we are going to see the King. Will there be any mountain we must climb? Will there be any river we must cross? God will provide all the strength that we need. Give us strength until we reach the other side. Everybody, soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we are going to see the King. There'll be no more crying there, we are going to see the King. No more crying there, we are going to see the King. No more crying there, we are going to see the King. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we are going to see the King. Everlasting peace when we go to see the King. Everlasting peace when we go to see the King. Everlasting peace when we go to see the King. Hallelujah, hallelujah, you are going to see the King. Will there be any mountain we must climb? Will there be any river we must cross? God will provide all the strength that we need. Give us strength until we reach the other side. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we are going to see the King.
Abdul Baha said, "Ye are the angels if your feet be firm. Your spirits rejoiced, your secret thoughts pure, your eyes consoled and your ears open, and your breasts dilated with joy. Ye are the angels if your feet be firm." The Supreme Administrative Institution of the Baha'is of the world, the Universal House of Justice, wrote a letter to the peoples of the world addressing the issue of peace and calling our attention to the fundamental underlying difficulties that plague humanity and inhibit him from achieving that long-awaited peace that we prayed for thousands of years. If we ever needed love in a world of humanity, we need it now. If we ever needed peace, we need it now.
If we ever needed love, we need it now. And if we ever needed peace, we need it now.
This spot, this place, is truly blessed that we are here and mentioning God's name. May we sing together that prayer revealed by Baha'u'llah.
Where mention of
Wonderful.
How are you? Kenny. Yes. Also driving username.
After being a prisoner for 70 years, Abdul Baha came to this country to proclaim to the land that would see all the nations of the world flowing unto it, as all the people of the world seem to land here, telling us and admonishing us and urging us toward unity. Our devotional program will be prayers for unity in several languages.
Oh my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal to them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide by thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, lead them not to themselves, but guide their steps by the light of knowledge and cheer their hearts by thy love. Verily, thou art their helper and their Lord. O mio Dio, in verità io t'invoco e supplico alla tua soglia, chiedendoti che tutte le tue misericordie possano scendere su queste anime. Falle degne del tuo favore e della tua verità. O Signore, unisci e lega i cuori, armonizza tutte le anime e inebria gli spiriti con i segni della tua santità e della tua unicità. O Signore, fa raggianti questi volti con la luce della tua unicità. Rafforza i lombi dei tuoi servi al servizio del tuo regno. O Signore, o tu possessore della misericordia infinita, o Signore che condoni e perdoni, rimetti i nostri peccati, perdona le nostre mancanze e facci volgere al regno della tua clemenza, invocando il regno della forza e della potenza. Umili innanzi al tuo santuario e sottomessi alla gloria delle tue prove. O Signore Dio, fa di noi onde del mare, fiori dei giardini, uniti, concordi per la munificenza dell'amor tuo. O Signore, dilata i nostri petti con i segni della tua unicità e fa di tutti gli uomini stelle splendenti dallo stesso livello di gloria, frutti perfetti crescenti sul tuo albero di vita. In verità, tu sei l'Onnipotente che esiste da sé, il donatore, l'onnisciente, colui che perdona, l'unico creatore.
Oh Dios, refresca y alegra mi espíritu, purifica mi corazón, ilumina mis poderes. Dejo todos mis asuntos en tus manos. Tú eres mi guía y mi refugio. Ya no estaré triste y afligido, seré un ser feliz y alegre. Oh Dios, ya no estaré lleno de ansiedad, ni dejaré que las aflicciones me fatiguen y que me absorban las cosas desagradables de la vida. Oh Dios, tú eres más amigo mío que yo soy de mí mismo. A ti me consagro, oh Señor.
Omita Wakantanka, Omita Wakantanka, Nita Okie Kantepe, Uwita Ya Iwika Kuye, Ka Wakanje Tanka, Nita Wakiwaya, Wika Kiyaye, Nita Woope Ki Opape Nue, Woope Ogna Iglu Hapi Ni, Owika Kiyayo, O Wakantanka, Wo Iutapi Tawapi Eku Mitawachi, Echompi Kta, Wawashaki Wikakuye, O Wakantanka, Awika Yushta Shniye, Kushwashloye, Ioyampa Imani, Wikakiaye Wawashte Lake, Nitawa O Kante Piki, Iyo Kipi Wikaya Ye, Awika Keha Wawokiana, Itaka Tawapi, He Niye.
Friends, there is no Baha'i gathering in the world that does not call to mind the continual suffering of the Baha'is in many lands. And to remember our dear friends who sit in prison today in many countries, and especially the hundreds of souls who recently have given their lives in Iran, and the tens of thousands of souls since the beginning of this religion who have sacrificed everything for unity. We will have a prayer in the Persian language. The prayer is from the hearts of the believers. The prayer says that they will show kindness and love to their murderers if this is what is necessary to bring unity and peace to the world.
Huvalo Yorun Haqiqi حقیقت واقع این است که کل متحد و متفق شده این عالم ظلمانی را روشن نمایید و این عداوت و بیگانگی بین بشر را بنیاد براندازید به نفحات قدس خوب و خوی جمال ابها جهان را معطر کنید و به نور هدایت شرق و غرب را
برنماییم. خیمه محبت الله برافرازیم و جمیع را در سایه آن درآوریم و کل را در ظل شجره مبارکه راحت و آسایش بخشیم. دشمن را از شدت مهربانی حیران کنیم و گرگان درنده خونخوار را آوان صحرای محبت الله نماییم. ظالم را حلاوت مظلومی بچشانیم و قاتل را تمکین و تسلیم مقتولان بیاموزیم. آیات توحید منتشر نماییم و محامد و نعوت رب جلیل ترتیب کنیم. نعره یا بها لبها به اوج اعلا رسانیم و فریاد اشرقت الارض به نور ربها به مسامع اهل ملکوت رسانیم. این است حقیقت، این است هدایت، این است خدمت، این است الوهیت عالم بشریت.
God grant that the light of unity may envelop the whole earth, and that the seal the kingdom is God's may be stamped upon the brow of all its peoples. God grant that the light of unity may envelop the whole earth, that the seal the kingdom is God's may be stamped upon the brow of all its peoples, of all its peoples.
Thank you, friends. Traditionally, the address